Imagine waking up to a world that is perfectly at peace.
You check the time. It's 9 a.m., but outside your window, there is no sunrise. The sky is completely black. The stars are still visible.
The sun is gone. In a single, inexplicable moment, daylight vanished, leaving the world in darkness. On the streets below, confusion reigns.
People begin looking up in confusion. Within minutes, the entire world realizes something impossible has happened. The sun has disappeared. Not exploded, not dimmed, simply gone. What would happen to Earth? Would we freeze instantly? Would gravity disappear? Would humanity survive? The answer is far stranger than most people imagine. Because even after the sun disappears, Earth wouldn't know it.
Pressure readings are still fluctuating on the schematic.
Rerouting auxiliary power now. We need confirmation before T-minus 5 minutes.
It travels at the fastest speed possible, the speed of light. Even at nearly 300,000 kilometers every second, it still takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds for sunlight to reach our planet. That means if the sun vanished right now, nothing would change on Earth for the next 8 minutes. People would continue driving. Airplanes would keep flying. Birds would continue singing. The oceans would keep moving. Everything would appear completely normal, as if nothing had happened. Then, exactly 8 minutes and 20 seconds later, the last ray of sunlight would arrive.
Gravity is the invisible force that shapes our entire universe. But what happens when that fundamental law suddenly changes? Gravity is the invisible force that shapes our entire universe. But what happens when that planet breaks completely free?
That means Earth's orbit wouldn't change immediately either. For the same 8 minutes and 20 seconds, our planet would continue orbiting where the sun used to be. Then, the sun's gravity would disappear. Earth would no longer orbit anything. Instead, it would shoot off into space in a straight line at nearly 107,000 kilometers per hour. Our solar system would begin falling apart. Mercury, Venus, Mars. Every planet would drift away into the darkness. The solar system would no longer exist. At first, the temperature on Earth wouldn't change very much.
At planetary scales, we witness a profound transformation. As temperature drops, molecules lock into place. Erasing movement, a river becomes a monument of ice. Without sunlight, biological processes ground to a halt. The engine of global life shut down. Forests collapsed as the shadows became permanent. With no photosynthesis, the world's fields began to wither. Stored reserves dwindled as a global food crisis became inevitable. We always believed our civilization was fragile, but we never expected the collapse to happen currency as absolute chaos.
My fellow Americans, a worldwide emergency demands our immediate action and unity. People of the United Kingdom, and with the world stands at the perilous course Christian's future.
Within 1 week, the average temperature would fall below freezing. Lakes would begin forming ice. After 1 year, Earth's average temperature would fall to nearly minus 73 degrees Celsius. The oceans would begin freezing from the surface, but something remarkable would happen. The deepest parts of the oceans would remain liquid. Why? Because Earth's interior is still hot. Heat from radioactive elements inside our planet continues rising toward the surface. Even without the sun, deep underground, life could continue. Scientists believe some organisms living near hydrothermal vents might survive for thousands, perhaps even millions of years. These strange creatures don't rely on sunlight. Instead, they use chemicals released from Earth's interior. Life would become underground, deep beneath the ice.
Deep within our planet, a powerful heat engine drives the forces that shape our world. From the molten core, geothermal energy radiates upward, fueling volcanoes and reshaping continents. Deep underground, Earth's heat powers a new era of clean energy. Steam turbines convert this thermal energy into symphony of engineering, illuminating the path to a greener future.
Water could be melted from underground ice. Air could be recycled. Humanity might survive. But the world would never be the same. The blue planet would slowly transform into a frozen, wandering world, drifting through interstellar space. Eventually, the atmosphere itself would begin freezing. Oxygen and nitrogen would condense into liquids. The sky would disappear. Earth would become silent, dark, frozen. Only a few isolated underground habitats might remain alive. Looking upward, they would see no sunrise, no sunsets, only endless stars stretching across an eternal night. But here's an even stranger thought. Could another star save us? Not really. The nearest star, Proxima Centauri, is over 4 light-years away. Its light is far too weak to warm Earth. To our planet, it would simply look like another bright star in the night sky. Beautiful, but completely useless. The disappearance of the sun wouldn't simply end daylight.
Towering monuments to a forgotten era now stand as frozen echoes, a world locked in absolute, motionless silence.
Exists because of one ordinary yellow star. The sun doesn't just give us light. It gives us time, weather, food, seasons, energy, and life itself. So, what if the sun suddenly disappeared? For 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Nothing. Then, everything. Darkness would arrive. Gravity would vanish. Earth would leave its orbit forever. Temperatures would fall. The oceans would freeze. Civilization would collapse. Yet, some forms of life might still survive beneath the frozen surface. A reminder that life is far more resilient than we often imagine.
For billions of years, the sun nurtured our world. Its light was a constant, life-giving presence. A golden era before the encroaching dark.
And perhaps that's the most terrifying mystery of all. Because every sunrise you've ever seen is a reminder that our survival depends on something we can never replace. The sun.
On this, every moment is a gift,